We're
We're
live.
here
We're
once
live,
more.
man. We're live. Let's
Live, live,
go.
live, live, live. You over there in what is it, North London?
Yeah.
Me over here in Southwest, as they say,
Southwest. Yeah.
Southwest, Southwest London. Well, look,
So
just to what's we call it, honor the whole purpose of today's stream. This little brief one that we're doing now is we wanna make a quick correction to
yeah,
something we thought was correct at the time within the subject we was covering. It was when we was talking about the
Jazz
Jazz Warriors.
Warriors. Yeah.
Now, I think you stated, as referring to the amount of albums they recorded,
Hmm.
3 or 4, and a good friend of ours who I haven't don't really see that often that much these days, but I crossed paths with him a couple weeks ago. Masingi B. Edwards, one of the
Prolific.
original tenor players in the
The
said
prolific
band.
saxophone tenor player in Jazz Warriors came on and just corrected us, put us on the right
Yep,
path. So go ahead.
yep,
Tell us
yep.
what you said.
Well, he corrected us, and also Sean Trumpet, Sean Corby. He corrected both of them, pointed us in the right direction to the fact that Jazz Warriors, surprisingly as it may sound, only recorded one album
One
in their
album.
lifetime, which I would not even have. It's like the impact
Yeah.
leads you to your imagination to believe that they put out a ton of albums,
Ton of albums. Yeah.
and
I
there's a
think I said about
confusion.
five. Did
You said yeah, you said 3 to 4, I think. And what it is, there's a
I?
confusion because a lot of them went on to. It was such a large band which sprouted so many individual talents. A lot of them
Yeah.
went on to have solo careers and release multiple albums.
Yeah.
Sometimes you kind of it gets confusing when you see people on each other's albums and you kind of mistake it for being a Jazz Warriors album. One
Yeah.
album. I
Yeah.
would not have even have dreamt that. I thought they was knocking albums out like every damn month or something. But
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
interesting fact, a
I
fun
think it
fact you
was.
could say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we just like to correct the the truth that we're attempting to speak online here, so that people get the right the right knowledge. That's very important because I like dealing with right knowledge. That gives you a right wisdom. So yeah, absolutely,
Put you on the
and
right
it's
track.
great. And it's great that you picked up on that, Owen. So yeah,
Well, I was corrected. I
by Brian Edwards.
Masingi commented on Edwards commented on FB, and also Sean. And so when I was responding to them, that's when the clarity, the light entered the room. And yeah, they pointed out that they only did one album, although a second album was recorded. This is where it gets a bit confusing for some. A second album was recorded, although it was never released. So you could
Yes.
say 2 albums
Yeah.
they created, they produced in the studio. Only one of them was released. And the other thing, while we're on the subject, we were talking about some of the earlier original members of Tomorrow's Warriors, which came after the Jazz Warriors. I'd
Yeah.
like to say a big, fairly large size shout out um, to I have to get the terminology right. Let me just get out of this checkout first, Daniel. Yeah, and I'll do that because not that I can't multitask, but you
Yeah.
know what?
Well,
Sometimes it's best not to be distracted.
yeah, no problem, man. No problem. Also, you were talking about shout outs, man. And I want to shout out a few people. Of course, we want to shout out the Brian Edwards, of course.
Masingi,
Yeah.
get it
Brian
right.
Edwards. Masungi, Brian Edwards.
That's yeah.
And
He's going by Masingi at the moment.
he's going
Currently,
by Masungi. Yeah,
I
okay,
remind
yeah.
myself,
And
Masingi B Edwards.
Linda Muriel, who also played with Courtney Pine back in the day.
What did
Um,
he play? What instrument?
she played.
She. Sorry.
She's a singer. Yeah.
Okay, vocalist.
Yeah, vocalists, absolutely. Yeah, yeah. And
Mm.
well, Cameron Peer, definitely.
Of course,
And
guitarist. So
Maurice Brown.
Alan Ricks, I remember him as I think he was the primary guitarist. I'm not too sure. We will probably be corrected on that when we get some comments coming in.
Yeah, yeah, I'm just giving some shout out to some people
Oh
still.
yes,
And
yes,
there's
yes.
also Cameron Peer. Cameron Peer, like I said, who was in all of Courtney's bands after the Warriors.
Just got to point
Definitely.
this out, Daniel. If I go off screen or something happens,
Yeah.
well, I'm just gonna do a little quick scan. Just hopefully I don't get cut out. So if I do, hold the fort till I
No problem. But you want to make this one short,
it
right?
shouldn't take long. Yeah. This is just to make the corrections. This is purely for the corrections. So
Yes.
we're not going to be here too long.
So we're cool. Yeah.
We're gonna
$10,000.
screen. So we're gonna have a little brief look at tonight's Pierce Morgan show, where he's got the guy, the author of 38. Was it 38 Laws?
38 laws. Yeah. Yeah.
What's his name? 'Cause I don't remember his name.
It's Mr. Green. His name is
Okay,
Green.
so
I think it's
so
Stuart
he's
Green,
got.
but don't hold me to that. I'll get
I
that. We'll
think
get
it's
that information on the live.
Green. So he's
Mm-hmm.
got Stuart Green, and it's no big panel tonight. It's just Pierce and Stuart talking about, well, societal matters like, strong generation leading to a soft generation, which is something I definitely want to talk to Daniel
Yeah.
about, because I
It's
saw a picture on TikTok that talks about, it goes into
Mhm.
exactly that. But
it's
not to
Robert
linger.
Green. It's Robert
Robert
Green
Green.
to be precise. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. But
Just
yeah,
a
yeah,
quick hi to Yusuf.
$10,000.
Just a quick hi to Yusuf Ibrahim. I hope I
Yes,
pronounced
yes,
that
most
correctly.
definitely. He did say hi, so I just sent him a little hi back in there as well.
And also to Mia Diamonds.
Yeah.
So before I do, I'm sure Daniel's got a few more shout outs he wants to do. Before I do my next and final round of shout outs, I just wanna have a word from our video sponsors today, which happens to be Mia Diamonds Entertainment.
Mm.
So if you're UK based and you are looking for bespoke um, event
Elite.
entertainment, a
Mhm.
live band. Look, let me hand over to Daniel for that one, because he knows more about the organization than myself. So, Daniel, you tell him.
Yeah, here, Mere Diamonds Entertainment, doing and ensuing bespoke elite entertainment, are here to provide you with the best entertainment we can possibly give for your event, whether it be big or small or private or corporate. And what we're here for is actually for the very special people who wish to have that event that's just that little bit different. But what we like to do is talk about, like, for instance, imagine that the violinist player who in your little alcove that
Okay,
may
so if
decide
somebody
that they
wanted
want to.
just a violinist, say like for the early part of their wedding reception, you're saying you can provide that to their satisfaction in what, any genre or specific genres?
I was gonna say, yeah, oh,
You can cover all of that or specific genres again.
the violinist. Yeah. Let me talk about the violinist quickly. I was saying, just imagine a violinist in your little alcove in your mansion or your house, your outhouse, and the sound just emanating through to the rest of the house while you just go about your daily work, or while you decide to, have a business meeting. We can be there playing in the background, and then you can also have surprise your sweetheart. We have different packages that will enable you to get to that very special occasion with your sweetheart, where where you can take them onto a helicopter ride, for instance, and provide them with something that is, which I'm not going to reveal here, but is very, very particular to that exact person. So yeah.
Full disclosure, Daniel is the CEO, founder, member of Mere Diamonds, just to put it out there, transparent. Actually, coincidentally, our video sponsors today. So all the information you can find in the description, the link to Mere Diamonds Entertainment's website, Daniel's website, and through the website, I'm sure you can contact him personally and directly if there's something you would like to organize or seek advice on, as far as getting entertainment for your event. Um, we can come back to this on our next stream, Daniel. If again you're sponsoring the video, I just want to give my last shout out. Hand over to Daniel, then we'll be out. And I want to give a shout out to Dutty Judah. Sorry, if I didn't pronounce that properly, Daniel, correct me. I'll stand corrected. So, AKA Daniel Crosby, one of the finest drummers I've ever had the privilege to play with, and he was also the first drummer in the first wave of Tomorrow's Warriors. And yes, I think I saw him performing on a video with Julie Dexter's band because she's doing her tour now. She's been performing up and down the country. So yeah, Daniel Crosby, aka Dutty Judah. So let me pronounce again, Dutty Judah. He's one of the finest drummers I've ever played with, and he's still gracing the stages and bandstands. That's my final shout out for today. I'll hand over to Daniel before we wrap up.
And powerful drummer that can fill in all the gaps that you ever need. Big shout out to Daniel Crosby and whatever name you called him. I don't know that name. And also Julie Dexter, who is a really great and fantastic singer who is British born, but then emigrated to America. And now and she was there for many years and got a massive and got and got a massive following and everything from being there. And she's come over for a short time, I believe. And yeah, she's doing a tour around England. So it's all great. Yeah, big shout out to them and all the musicians that we all know from a long time ago.
um, you could say live session kind of live stream talk, loosely based around the interview Piers Morgan's doing tonight with the author of the 38 Laws. We're going to delve into that a little more deeply and then give our give our talking points on the same said subject. For me, when you had to hit CornerSpeak, be good, be safe, be creative. I'm out. I'm handing over to Dan Keck.
Right knowledge, right wisdom, right understanding, and plenty of love to you.